going live?
Yeah, it says the stream is live.
Okay, perfect. So thank you for being here. We were having some technical difficulties. I know we're a little bit late, but they're with us. Thank you for connecting. And so, welcome to episode 3 of Paint2Inspire Women Making Your Mark. Today, I am happy to have a guest here with me, Lauren Garcia. But I want to welcome everyone. Um, I am Laura Hoyos with Paint to Smile. This is a women and minority owned business. We offer face painting, balloon services, airbrush tattoos, and more. And I created this series because I believe in women supporting women. As women entrepreneurs, I wanted to highlight all those women in our community that are making a difference. So today, I welcome Lauren Garcia, a multi-passionate entrepreneur, community builder, and the current Miss New Jersey International 2025. Lauren is the founder of Bloom Social Club, a vibrant platform empowering women entrepreneurs to grow their businesses through connection, collaboration, and community. What began as a way to build authentic relationships quickly evolved into a powerful network supporting women through curated events and educational experiences. She's also a devoted mother, a caregiver who lives with purpose, and using her platform to amplify the story of women who are ready to bloom. Lauren, we're so excited to have you join us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for even thinking of me to be a part of this series because it aligns with my mission so nicely. And I think it's really important that there are many women shining light on people making a difference.
It is very important. And in my journey of 10 years, having almost 10 years having a small business, having that network of women
Yeah.
that support you, that you can connect with, it's so important, right? And I met you, I found out about you through a friend that has done and is part of your social bloom club. And then I saw you graduating HETP, right, which was Statewide Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I want to say 2 years ago you were a graduate, right?
No, last year.
Oh, last year. Wow. Okay. I graduated 2019.
Okay, yes, it was an incredible program. I did HETP and Let's program with like right after one another. It was absolutely incredible. I even got chosen for the pitch competition, won second place. So it was such an incredible experience. Um, just the teachers, the mentors, and the people that you meet, right? There are sometimes when those doors wouldn't have opened if you weren't a part of certain groups. And that's why I
Mhm.
think groups like Bloom Social Club, communities like us, they mean something to a lot of people and they're important to have.
Yes, that's true. And then back with the HECP, we did it. We were the first class, and ours was a little challenging because it was during COVID. Let's. And so we met a lot of women, and it was all virtual. But all those things apply to every day. And I
Yes.
still have those meaningful relationships with the women I've met there and continue to meet.
Yeah.
So we talked about you, Bloom Social Club. What inspired you to create Bloom Social Club, and how has your vision evolved since you first started?
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, it was actually done out of pure selfishness. I have to be very honest from the get because for me, it's very hard to kind of put myself out there. I'm very introverted. It takes me a long time to kind of ease my way into groups to actually initiate conversation. So I have been an entrepreneur since I was 16 years old. I'm 32 now, so over a decade. And I just felt like while I have a great support system, I have an amazing parents, I have amazing family, and I have now a husband who is very supportive of everything that I do. They sometimes don't understand the challenges that come with starting a business and keeping it going and scaling it. So, and there it all comes in different stages, right? There's always going to be obstacles at every stage of business, so it was really important to me that I find people that understood what I was going through, that would be able to celebrate me and I would be able to celebrate them. We can vent to each other about our fail forward moments. Like those things were really important to me. And I was seriously lacking that. And I also saw that there was a space that needed to be filled for other women entrepreneurs. It wasn't just me. So when I started my clothing line with my mom, Laurel and Magnolia, we were going to a lot of these bazaars and pop up shops because we also wanted to get our business in front of the local consumer. And they weren't marketed properly, and then all of the vendors were behind tables and nobody was talking to one another. So for me, it was really important that I created a space where the vendors were able to leave their tables and actually meet and speak to other women entrepreneurs. And through that, I have seen such amazing friendships flourish,
Mm.
people who want to collaborate with one another. I know, just talking about them because they just came up, but I two of the girls that are in our community, they're both florists, literally do the exact same thing. Obviously, each one has their own personalities and does things differently than the other, but they actually take on jobs together sometimes. And for me, that means so much because it just goes to show you that for us, for Bloom Social Club, it is truly collaboration over competition.
Yeah.
And I hope that that continues moving forward because I'm really excited to see where Bloom will go, not can go, but will go.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's community is collaboration.
Yeah.
I've been in the industry for over 10 years, and when we have to take on big jobs, we have to work together, right?
Mhm.
Especially if you're a professional, you're gonna call on those you know, and it's a beautiful thing to be able to do that and to have people in your network and to start building it that you can trust. Because yes, if you look at everybody as your competition, then you're always going to be worried, like, what is she doing? What is she doing? But if you kind of work together, you'll get bigger projects and both of you will get business,
Yeah.
right? Um, Now, we talked about uh, Bloom Social and how does how does it look like to you? How do you foster within Bloom Social Club, being that and you balance your connections with we're building this business model. I know you said it changed, it has evolved. Um,
Yes. So it definitely has evolved. At the beginning, we were just doing Bloom Bazaars. And for me, I think that's going to always be the bread and butter of the business. Really, I think it's like a two-in-one special. It's like you're networking with the vendors, like amongst the vendors. Um, but it's also a way to actually get our girls in front of the local consumer and make some money. And I think that that's, my goal is to help people at least or use Bloom to create a platform where they can scale their business. Obviously, Bloom is not end all be all, but with a network that's backing you and a community that only wants to see you grow, those things are really powerful in for me. And I know that it has helped multiple women that are a part of our community. So my goal is to continue with that, but I do see a lot of changes in the upcoming months. Um, I did recently make a post because I haven't really been as active as I would love to be, and I think everything comes with like a learning experience, and the lesson that I have to teach, but also kind of like do myself, is that sometimes being burnt out is a sign. And for me, I have a lot of things that I'm balancing on my plate, and I think what I need to draw from that is where my priorities lie,
Yes.
and sometimes that comes with a lot of hard decisions, and some of them feel like a punch to the stomach, but when it all comes to shove, I myself cannot fill anybody's else's cup if mine is not full, and I've had to learn how to navigate that because I truly feel that my purpose in life is to serve others, and sometimes that comes at a cost because I'm not serving myself. And so I've been trying to go back to the drawing board of realistically looking at the mission of Bloom and making sure that that stays like at the heart of everything that I do. But we will continue with our events, but I do see a lot of changes in the near future. How we thinking of how we can continue to support women entrepreneurs in different ways, in ways that I wish that I had when I was younger, or when I was just starting out. So that is what's coming next.
Okay. Yes, I love that. I love that you said connection. It's also networking. It's also you're building because within each other, within this community, you're going to refer each other,
Yeah.
right? We can vouch for one another. Like, hey, I have this girl who's a florist, or I have uh, uh, she does brows, or she sells cupcakes. There's so many different things that if we keep referring.
So
Uh,
we also just launched the Bloom Vault, which
okay.
gives people complete anybody who visits our website can go onto our directory of our babes who bloom and pull up like all of their information, their bio, pictures of their work, links to their pages, so they are listed as like our go-to people. Eventually I hope that it grows enough where we have like different drop downs, like if you're coming, it's Christmas, you're looking for jewelry, or if like let's say you're looking for somebody to add entertainment or experiences to your event and you want to go to Laura like for Paint to Smile, you can get all of her information on our Bloom Vault. And it also comes with workshops and mentorship within the Bloom Vault. So not only do you get placed in the directory, but we do quarterly planning meetings. Sometimes we get mentors to come in and talk about things that we wish we knew about, accounting, intellectual property, contracts. So that
Mm.
is what I'm also hoping to scale within the next year and a half.
Yes, we're going to stay very vigilant to see what Bloom is up to,
Yeah.
because those things are all we need, especially starting out, because you have no idea. You have a dream, you have an idea, and you're just like, taxes. I got to do what now? I got to do what? I'm like, what is cash flow? What is this? What? I know. It didn't click to me. Maybe till
Yeah.
like year 3 or 4 of how to get into a business. So we look forward to continuing to see Bloom grow. Now you did just recently this year get crowned as Mrs. New Jersey International. So
Yes.
congratulations.
Thank you
Um,
so much.
and tell us a little bit about Miss New Jersey International. Before you tell us a little bit about your role, what is Miss New Jersey International?
So I spoke about it a little bit previously because my goal this year was to serve others, but also to be thinking about myself. And I wanted to do something that made me a little uncomfortable because we all know that uncomfortable spaces make you grow. And I needed to grow personally and professionally and do something that made me just a little out of the box kind of thing. And
Mhm.
one of our girls, um, it's Jennifer from Whiplash. She was a sponsor of the Mrs. New Jersey International pageant last year, and that's how I found out about it. I randomly DM'd the director and said, "Hey, I'm interested." We got on a call, and just how she was talking about it just made sense. Something clicked, and I was like, "I'm gonna do it. I just wanna try it out." I've never done a pageant ever in my life. So basically the actual platform is Mrs. International. and their
Exactly.
mission yeah,
Mhm.
and their mission is to make a difference, and
Mhm.
it's so perfect, right? It aligns so well with just me and what I hope to achieve in the upcoming years, and it's really just to make a difference, to make an impact, to reach even if it's 5 people, because those 5 peoples will turn into 10, will turn into 20, because if I reach out to one person and that person feels inspired to reach out to the next, that's really what I'm hoping to do. And when she told me the mission and how important it is for them to have this platform to showcase married women, right? Because
Mhm.
sometimes I mean, I've gotten it before, even before I was married, but like, why are you doing so much? Well, now that you're married, are you going to cut back? Well, now that you have kids, like, how are you going to continue to do X, Y, and Z? And it is hard. It is hard to balance everything, but I think it's so worth it to see what you're capable of. And for me, showing my kids that I'm capable of this and sharing that moment when I got crowned with my kids in that front row is something inexplicable. I It was a feeling that like, you know, that trend, like, this is my Hosier's yell.
Mhm.
I that is what I felt like when I was looking out in the crowd and my son was saying, "Princess, princess," my daughter was saying, "Mommy," and, like, it was so surreal that I put my mind to something and I was able to achieve it while doing everything else that I do, and I think that if anything, I'm like your go-to bestie to, like, cheer you on to continue to do that. I I get people asking me, like, "Do you think it's like I should want more?" Like, and I think you should want everything. I
Yes,
don't
it's
think that there
okay.
should ever be a stop for you. Like,
Yes.
if there's a stop for you, you're not doing your full potential, right? There's always that next step, and I think that that's what's important, and I mean, not everybody has the same mindset as me, but I know that there are people that do, and I feel like I'm the person to push you to do that and to support you along the way, and that's why, like I said, Bloom started selfishly, but now I just feel so called to it. It's like my 4th baby. My dog is my
Yeah.
3rd.
Oh, you're a dog. Okay, you have 2 kids. You're a mom, you're a dog mom, you're a wife,
Yeah,
you're an entrepreneur, you have now you're Mrs. New Jersey International. I love that. It's in because yes, once you're married or if you have kids or you have other things, like, you kinda question as to, like, can I continue to do all the things?
yeah,
And it's about balance, right? And we have this thing of like, you're always looking for balance, you're always looking for balance, but it's not always going to be like fully balanced.
yeah,
Somewhere along the way, you're going to have to make decisions, like you said, where you're going to have to be okay with something being a little crazy or messy. It's like, okay, my living room's a little messy, but the kids are fed, they're fun, we played, and it's fine. Or I'm jumping on this live with Laura and I'll get to this other thing right
yeah,
after we're done. So we just have to learn to it's okay, right? Um,
yeah.
and I love that it also aligns with your mission to serve others. And
It was
also you're
perfect. It was meant to
yes,
be.
and you're so inspiring with everything that you do, with like all your posts, and I just love that we were able to connect. Now, talking about challenges and growth, because I believe, yes, we overcome them, but we don't talk about them, right? Because we want to show our wins, right? Um, what has been your biggest challenge as a woman entrepreneur, and maybe with all these roles that you have?
Yeah, so I've definitely gone through so many challenges. I, I have a lot of roles like we discussed. I just got out of work 2 hours ago. I'm a pediatric nurse practitioner. I had a
You're
bunch of
excellent.
patients today. I was dealing with things for the daycare. I came home luckily, like, I have a husband who does take on a lot of the housework, so I feel really confident coming home. Things are done. We feed the kids, we feed ourselves, they get a bath, and then I just hopped on this call. But I think the biggest challenge was giving myself grace. And like you said, everybody does share that Instagram highlight reel, and of course, I share the pretty pictures and all of that stuff, but
Yes,
for me, I find that my most vulnerable posts get more engagement and actually
yeah,
make an impact. It took me, I would say, 2 years after my father's diagnosis to actually share it. I was scared. I didn't wanna talk about it. I had a hard time coming to terms with it, especially as a medical professional, because what he has is terminal. It's
yeah,
he is going to pass. It's not when, it's not is he, it's just a matter of when, right? And
right,
for me, because there's no treatment, there's literally nothing, right? So I felt in such a place where it was like, I should be able to do more for him, and I'm not. And I know that those are feelings that everybody has, right? We always feel like that tinge of guilt, right? And it has taken me a long time to really come to terms with the fact that I should not feel guilty for pursuing my dreams because it's something my parents would not want for me. I honestly feel like if I told my dad, like, I'm gonna stop doing this or this because, like, I feel like I need to be giving you more attention or the kids more attention, he would be so mad at me. He would
well,
say, absolutely not. Like, this is what this was my plan for you, right? I'm an only child, so for me, my parents are my everything. Um,
yes,
but I think sharing that was a huge obstacle for me, and then balancing the guilt between, like, prioritizing, because like you said, balance is never 50-50, but sometimes, I mean, I don't think balance exists at all because sometimes I just wanna close my computer and play with my kids, and all of that stuff has to wait. Other times, it just can't wait because I'm on a deadline. Um, so there's never 50-50. Honestly, I don't even think there's balances, but I've learned that my brain works better if I brain dump everything at the beginning of the day, everything that I need to get to do, and then take all of that and just give myself 3 tasks to do that day. If I
that
get
day,
through those 3 tasks, I'm happy, and then I go on and I try and check off others, and if I don't, at least I got my top 3 done, and then that way, I
exactly.
don't feel so overwhelmed, and I just feel like it takes off something off my shoulders because, unfortunately, like, as moms, as women in general, I feel like our to-do list never ends,
Never ends. Yeah,
and
that's just all of us.
yeah, you check something
We
off and
just need
something's
to
already being
prioritize.
ended. Yeah.
Yes,
I find
and
that I work better when I just brain dump everything that I have to do
exactly, on
and just
paper.
divide it.
I
Mhm.
write. I have a lot of notepads. It's
Yeah,
just, and like you said, balance for you is what makes you feel at peace.
yeah,
And there's it's always chaos going on. And if you go back to your center, to your inner peace, as long as that's good, you're fine. Thank
yeah,
you for being vulnerable. I think that is one of the things I admire most about you. Those of you, I don't think you shared. Your father is has ALS and was diagnosed, and you've shown his journey. And you're a nurse, you're a mom, you're a wife, you're an entrepreneur. You do so many things, and now you're Mrs. New Jersey. So hello,
yeah.
uh,
Well, I'm really excited
you're
about
all out. You
yeah.
do it. You go all out, and you do it great. Now, before we continue, we have Dee here, who said, "We love Bloom," and she wanted to tell you, because I said, "Do you have any questions for Lauren?" And she's like, "I don't have a question, but I want to say you're so inspiring, empowering, and motivating." And those three words really describe you.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you. I'm honestly, it feels sometimes I get in my head too much, and I think everybody can relate to that, where you feel kind of like you're falling short of what you know you can do. And sometimes it is nice to hear when I've actually touched somebody, like, made an impact, even in the smallest way. It's really important to hear. Um, so it just makes me so happy. I think that's the biggest accomplishment with Bloom I've had is like the people that I've met and the connections, not even business connections, but personal connections. Some of these women have become like my best friends, and
that's
that's saying
great.
a lot. So I think that that's what makes it so special to have like this.
It is very special what you have, and it continues to grow, and it's just a beautiful thing to see women supporting each other, not being catty, not competing, not like over there looking at like, oh, you
Yeah,
know, it I always say that being vulnerable and sharing your journey and being open, it's what people connect to, right? Because if I feel that you're being open and real and honest, and you're not just giving me some fake Instagram post, then I'm gonna connect with you, and that's why people connect with you and your journey so much,
yeah,
because you're so vulnerable. Um, so before we leave, because we are getting ready
wrap
to
up.
wrap up, right? It's 30 minutes go by so fast. Um, do you want to leave uh, our audience with one piece of advice? Uh, those women that are thinking about that, you know what? That tell themselves I can't have it all. That tell themselves I can't do it. I can't I can't have it all because it's been so taught to us that you can't be a mom, you can't have the work of your dreams, you can't do that, you can't have it all. What do you tell those women?
Oh my gosh, don't doubt yourself. That is and I sometimes have to tell myself that all the time too, and you're gonna have to remind yourself every single day, put a Post-it on your mirror, but don't doubt yourself. It is possible to have it all. Will it be hard? Yes,
Yes.
but it is possible because I'm living proof. Of course, I go through my struggles, like, there's always a fire that needs to be put out, and I'm
Yes,
the one that has to put it out, but, um, I truly believe that if you want something and you put your mind to it, you can achieve it, so just don't doubt yourself, put yourself out there, ask for help.
yes,
That's, like, number 1. There's just some things that I don't know, so I ask for help, and hopefully you find a person that will answer you, but if you don't, Bloom is always open if you have any questions, and if there's ever a story that you want to share with us, my platform for Mrs. New Jersey International is a platform that will, oh, sorry,
it's okay.
is a platform that will allow you to share your story if there's something that's heavy on your heart. And I'm just so excited to continue this journey, and I hope you guys stick around to see or be a part of it. I would love for you guys to be a part of it, but
We are all part of it. We're going to continue to follow you and be inspired by everything you do. Um, and one more role to all the many roles you do, I'm cheerleader. See, I love that you said about that you're a
yeah,
bestie and the biggest cheerleader
yeah,
that
I'm
you'll
gonna be
ever
your
need.
biz bestie,
Yes,
personal bestie, whatever you guys need. I truly feel that that's my calling, and I'm so excited. Like, I need support, I'm gonna be competing for the title of Mrs. International. I'm gonna need my my baby
when is that?
July. I'm
July, so we're all
Yeah,
cheering for
pray
you.
for
Let
me.
us, share that with us so we can share it with everybody. If you
Yeah,
need votes, how we can help because we support each other, right? As
yeah.
women entrepreneurs. Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you so much.
Muchas gracias. It's been amazing having you. It's been also amazing seeing you grow and bring Bloom Social, and I can't wait to see how you continue with this new role as Mrs. New Jersey International.
So
And
excited.
we wish you the best
Thank
for the
you.
next for your next role in July. We give you all the luck. Um, Now, as far as our next Paint to Aspire is going to be May 14th, 7 p.m. I will have a special guest, Karen Ospino. She's a
Love
CPA.
her.
And she's amazing. She's so knowledgeable. She's a powerhouse.
She's a babe who blooms.
Yes. She's also been in your,
She's on our Bloom vault and everything.
yes, she's amazing. So you're in for a treat in 2 weeks. So again, thank you, Lauren. Thank
Thank
you,
you so
all of you that
much.
joined me today. Uh, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a great night.